Hello, guys. Hope you're doing well. This is TJ, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. And welcome to my New Japan Strong review. This week's New Japan Strong was a really good show, a really good hour of wrestling. Three matches were there in the show, and before that, we saw last week the end of Ignition Tour, and we are on the road to Turbulence, Tag Team Turbulence, which is beginning next week. Eight team tournament that would be beginning from next week, and the first round matches are confirmed for next week, and these are the Good Brothers versus Clark Connors and TJP, Yuji Nagata and Trent Narita versus Fred Yehi and Wheeler Yuta, Kevin Knight and the DKC versus Horror Nelson and Royce Isaacs, Brody King and Chris Dickinson versus JR Kratos and Danny Limelight. So Good Brothers are back, New Japan Strong. I'm glad they are back, and very great to see them. And the competitive nature of New Japan Strong is going to be much stronger because of this. And I'm very excited to watch through these matches from next week and do the review as well. So please do subscribe to listen to the reviews and my thoughts on these shows going forward. And talking about the brackets, I've already stated that, but to confirm and to repeat that, these are the teams, 8 teams who are gonna be gunning for this tag team turbulence winner. That is Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, Clark Connors, TJP, Yuji Nagata, Ren Narita, Fred Yehi, Wheeler Yuta, Kevin Knight, the DKC, Horror Nelson, Royce Isaacs representing West Coast Wrecking Crew, Brody King, Chris Dickinson representing Violence Unlimited, JR Kratos, Danny Limelight, Team Filthy. So a mix of New Japan Young Lions, New Japan Pro Wrestling legends. I mean, you can say that experienced guy, and a mix of Ring of Honor tag teams as well. So great to see this mix of teams, and it was great. It's great to be a wrestling fan right now, certainly. So these are the matches. So now that out of the way, actually, let's get into the review of this week's New Japan Strong. This week we actually began with the first match, which was between DKC and Barrett Brown. A really good match. It told a very good story where DKC was more of a had a background of martial arts, and that judo skills that he actually showed us. And while Barrett Brown is a heel now because he had break up with his teammate, and he's with right now with Bateman, and this is the kind of a singles match, kind of a momentum building match, because they are going to be in the tag team situation from next week. Barrett Brown with Bateman, I guess so, and DKC versus DKC with Kevin Knight. So that's a thing actually. That's gonna be. And so. So this match actually, as I said, DKC actually focused on the arm and the fingers of Barrett, and the fingers of the DKC, and DKC was trying to get upper hand on Barrett Brown, and his heel work and his and the whole attitude that Barrett Brown had possessed. Almost every part of it is changed, and he's in a lot of momentum, and a good match. Brown actually came back in this match with a few stiff chops and clothesline, and gets a 2 count there, and TKC also hits punches and kicks onto the gut, onto the face or forearms. So strike based moves were being done by DKC to counter Barrett Brown's damage to the hand, actually, hand or the arm, actually. And in the end, we saw DKC went to the top for a jumping kick, but Brown rolled him up, grabbed the tights, and got the victory. So Barrett Brown get the victory and had a momentum in this first match. A really good match. I would recommend you to watch this match. We get to the working through the arm was the main point of the story of this match, and I liked about it. And we get to the another match. This is Alex Coughlin's challenge, part of his open challenge that he do every week or so. He whenever he have a match, so he already have match with Josh Alexander last time, and he didn't actually won. I doubt that. Yeah, didn't actually won, and this time it's a Ring of Honor experienced veteran, that is PJ Black. Alex Coughlin versus PJ Black is a second match, a great match. I mean, a really good match, you can say that, where PJ Black with his fast-paced offense was on the offensive style. PJ Black and PJ Black, most of the match he controlled this match. Alex Coughlin, where on the other hand was kind of a defensive. He was kind of trying to manipulate, trying to have an understanding what PJ Black possesses, trying to feel him out, and have a learning on him, and then create an opening on PJ Black. And that was the idea of Alex Coughlin that I actually look upon when I saw this match actually. So he was on the defensive style, and PJ Black was all in on this match, and he really wasn't sitting around for 1 second or something. He was with the chain wrestling maneuvers, with targeting on his limbs and arms and all, and with strikes and chops and forearms and all the things, and a chop from the top rope as well. We saw that, a snap suplex as well, series of submission attempts as well. Coughlin actually worked his way out. Hit a loud chop. They actually traded chops back and forth. Even though, as I said, Alex Coughlin was on the learning side, he was on the defensive side. But PJ Black, I don't think so that he didn't get it in anything. Coughlin had a strength advantage here. Coughlin also had a gut wrench suplex, a good gut-wrench suplex, and Coughlin got in a German suplex as well, and eventually Black hit a Spanish fly, and that could have been the end of this match, but that was no. Kicked out actually. Coughlin actually kicked out. Black then hit his flash, but he rolled through, and Coughlin landed his fall away suplex for another good fall. Coughlin and Black again traded forearms. Black then picked Coughlin up over his back, hit a slam, and got the pin. The ending was kind of an abrupt ending. I thought about that. It was out of nowhere. I like about these endings and all, but I really didn't expect, like I did expect, like PG Black would be winning this match, but the ending was kind of a not very good, but the match itself was a fun match. I would say that a good fun match, not like a first match I would say, but still a good match you can watch through. Worked out very well, and we get to the third match, is the main event, and I was so excited for this. This is between Rocky Romero and Josh Alexander. Both of them are so much good technical wrestler. Josh Alexander is already proven. He's one of the greatest tag team in Impact Wrestling, and Rocky Romero, you know that he's been everywhere, and he has a crazy experience advantage that he had got. So even Josh Alexander had 15 years of experience. So there was a two-part story here. Josh Alexander, where he actually focused on the ankle lock part of it, and Rocky Romero actually focused on the arm part of it. But this isn't was only the story that this match actually played out, as both of them actually began with control on headlock, body drop, and such a great reversals, counter maneuvers, and all. And they also had Romero actually landed a Frankensteiner that sent Alexander to the outside. Romero then hit a tope suicida that actually damaged Josh Alexander's momentum. And outside the ring, Romero took control and rolled Alexander back into the ring, but Alexander then hit an elbow and kick to set Romero to the ground for a 2 count. Alexander worked a chin lock. Romero made it to the ropes for a break. So Josh Alexander had an opening here, and Romero took back control. So this was kind of where Romero actually controlled first, and then Josh Alexander controlled, and then again Rocky Romero had the control. Again, the in ring that they actually displayed was so good, man. I saying this review would not be a good thing. I always say this when some great matches are displayed, because some matches are like, you should see this technical wrestling matches and mastery, or you should see these kind of matches. And Romero and Josh Alexander were trading forearms. Romero hit a drop kick as Alexander was draped over the second rope. So frustration was getting onto the Romero's mind, and both of the minds, I would say. It was getting stiff, and Alexander and Rocky Romero had their playbooks the killer finishers, killer moves, you can say, killer submission maneuvers. Alexander, who's known for his very effective ankle lock, but Romero actually rolled out. Romero then hit another satellite DDT, a great DDT that actually planted right on his head, great damage to his head. Actually, Romero landed a knee on Alexander's arm from second rope. Alexander tried to chop his way out, but Romero kept hitting kicks, and Romero then went for the armbar, his killing maneuver, but Alexander rolled it through for a two count. Such a great sequence that was in the ending, that because Alexander went for a pile driver then, but Romero countered that. Alexander hit a German suplex for a two count. Alexander went for his ankle lock, but Romero got his feet and punched and kicked his way out for a roll up, got a two count. This was the point, as I said. Romero locked in the armbar again, and he actually smoothly transitions into the ankle lock, and that was great, man. I mean, but Romero countered, but Alexander eventually hit an underhook pile driver and didn't got the submission, but he got the underhook pile driver and get the victory here. And Josh Alexander has been two victory. Two victory here, and as he came into New Japan Strong. So very good. I mean, a very really good main event, and the opening match as well. Second match was also a fun good match. So very good start, a very good road to Tag Team Turbulence episode. I hope you enjoy my review, a short review of New Japan Strong. I hope you understand that all that happened in this episode, and I hope you will check out this episode on my review. And I hope you please make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, peace.